Well, we got some young Burns quail in here. Here it is, middle of September. And up here, I don't know, it's hard to see in here really, but I just a couple minutes ago put 18 more young Bensons from the biggest brooder in the shed, in the garage, out into the shed. They're all clean, and I put the batch that was in there outdoors. So that'll be my third batch outdoors. And I'm finally framing up some of the bottoms for my new pens and I get a chance. There's one of the parent pairs right there. Oh, hold still for the camera. Alright, now this camera shuts off a lot, so I might have to do this video in two parts. No matter what I put in here for batteries, it goes dead halfway through my film. So, right in here, I've got the second two batches of Bensons of the season. They're about a week apart in age, but that, you give them a lot of room, and it doesn't really hurt. They're just about the same size as one another. And all I'm going to do, the only thing different, I'm going to put a little pine tree in like I did with the mountains here. They're getting a little bigger all the time, getting some colors on them. But anyway, by the time I get this film on the internet, I should be able to, I feel comfortable enough to take a few deposits. I've been refusing deposits on them for a while, but once I get them out to this stage, I'm pretty confident, I won't run into any disasters. Once you get them outside and feathered up like this, as long as they got plenty of room, I don't have any trouble with nostril picking and bad traits that Bensons can do. So anybody that's been asking me for to send me deposits can feel free to give me a call or give me a message anytime, and I'll start taking them. I think I'll have 100 birds or so, give or take, unless, like I say, unless something happens. You never know, Mother Nature, some bad luck, but been doing pretty good. I'll mention one thing, that damn joker from Michigan that, it's given me an awful hard time in the last few years. He put a post on his Mickey Mouse site the other night saying, oh well, there's no demand for Benson, so until there is, I won't add them to my farm. what a goddamn joke. That guy, he's got about 1,000 Facebook followers, and he's got them all conned, and here he is, operating out of his garage, and his birds are in little 2-foot by 2-foot cubicles. I think he might have raised, I heard from his only friend in the world that helps him out with some of his bird orders, and to word his instruction sheets on his hatch and egg that he packs up with his hatching eggs. He hatched about 9 birds this year. I think he might have raised 40 to 50 in the total of 3 years that he's been in this, but he sure has got a lot of people buffaloed. But one thing I'll tell you, in that setup, even if he did add them to his so-called farm, he wouldn't be able to raise them. These are just a little too tricky for garage cubicles. There's a lot to them. You can grow them out at this stage, but you got to watch out. You got to watch them every day. Once they get up around the full colored age, they can start fighting, and man, they can do a number on themselves. And when you breed them, there's no trios, no colonies. You have to pair these birds. You've got to do it. So I just wanted to warn people ahead of time. I don't want to discourage anybody, but I'd like to see people not you know, people do it wrong, and you know, just by not knowing. I like to tell everybody. Other than that guy, I look at his site about once a year. It's just too frustrating and maddening. But I see him put some post on there every now and then. Oh, well, you know, I discovered this and I discovered that, but we'll just leave it at that. Well, first of all, he didn't discover anything, and secondly, what kind of a way to operate is that? If I have some information for people, I'm more than happy to tell them. I like to see people succeed in this. That's what it's all about. You know, being like an old-time bird breeder. We're not in it just for the money. No, we're not in it just for the money. We're in it to have everybody have a good time at it and be successful.